Hi everyone. I have to admit, when I saw this assignment, I thought, well, this is kind of awkward. um, I don't think most of us are used to explaining why we deserve an A. Usually we just hope we get an A. But after thinking about it, I realized that this assignment isn't really about convincing anyone why we're perfect. I think it's about reflecting on how much we've grown. For me, honestly, that's been the biggest takeaway from this class is growth. At the beginning of the semester, I thought being a good public speaker meant sounding very polished. I wanted every sentence to come out exactly right. I'd write everything down, memorize it, and I tried really hard, like, not to mess up. And then after one of my speeches, the professor gave me some feedback that really stuck with me. And he said that I sounded like it was kind of scripted, and he asked me if I could just kind of stop sounding like that, basically. Not in any rude way, and I'm not gonna lie, hearing that was a little uncomfortable. But in reality, I also knew that the professor was right. I was so focused on sounding really just kind of perfect, and using the right words, that I wasn't really letting people get to know me fully. So after that, I decided to make the decision that every presentation after that, I was going to sound more authentic, more like myself. I stopped trying to memorize every sentence. I started talking more naturally. If I paused for a second to think, I let myself pause. If something made me smile, I smiled instead of trying to keep a very serious presentation voice and stuff. Honestly, I enjoyed public speaking a lot more after that feedback. One thing I've learned is that people don't connect with a perfect speech. I think they connect with authenticity. I already noticed myself using what I learned outside of this class too, whether I'm interviewing for jobs, um, whether I'm meeting new people, or whether I'm just having a conversation. I'm much more aware of my eye contact. I'm much more aware of my body language and how I'm communicating. And I think the biggest thing I'll take away isn't posture or hand gestures, it's authenticity. I realize that people don't need me to sound perfect, they just need me to sound like myself. Do I still have things that I want to improve? Absolutely. Sometimes still feel like I talk too fast when I'm excited. Sometimes I feel like I want to go back to a script, but then I realize, that's not the best thing to do. Those are things I know I'll keep working on, especially because I'm starting my master's program, and communication is going to be a huge part of my career. So when I think about what I've earned, or why I've earned an A, it isn't because every speech was perfect. I think it's because I listened, I accepted the feedback, and I challenged myself to improve. And I think if you compare my first presentation to where I am now, you'll see someone who's become a much more confident and authentic speaker. Honestly, I think that's what this course was really about. Thank you for listening.